I'm gonna read these in descending order from the most recent to the least recent. So, this first one is from January 2025, so this one's pretty recent. Some of you might not know, but I am a runner. Even though I can't walk, I do run. My friend just ran across the state. He ran from Massachusetts to Long Island Sound on the New England Trail, and then he turned around and ran back to Massachusetts. So it was 253 miles. Took him 138 hours and 34 minutes, but who's counting? So this is dedicated to him. He saw this poem, or he saw me read this poem here before. I put the videos up. He saw this and he made a t-shirt for the people that helped crew him all the way down, and he put this poem on the back, or a line from this poem. So this poem is called Starting. And I think it's appropriate that I read this one first because it's called Starting. I should start right here, but I haven't found myself yet. Give me a minute, one more, they add up. Faster than I just divide and subtract. Levels of reduction, reducing me. It doesn't make sense moving forward, but I am too far ahead as it is. The cars passing by, different directions on different sides. I am still sitting still in this spot, right here, waiting to start. Starting. Thanks. All right. I read a lot of poems here. I read very few love poems. This is actually a love poem to my wife. I wrote this in 2014. So I don't write love poems, but I wrote one in 2014 apparently. So I was going through my poems today and trying to figure out what I was going to read. I figured I'd read this one. This one's from 2014. It's called Last First Kiss. The last kiss shouldn't feel like a first kiss. A first kiss again? Familiar and foreign at the same time. And this, my third first kiss with you, a chance to prove that love counts for something after all. Let this be the last first kiss. Let there be a million more passionate kisses between our lips, but never another first, never another last. The last first kiss. Thanks, guys. All right, switching to a completely different topic. This is also from 2014. This one is called Homeless. All right, Homeless. From home, the road stretches to infinity. Wandering, I find myself further from nowhere, till I reach a point where I become uncomfortable with the distance. Somewhere between where I was and where I've never been. Till I reach a point where I become uncomfortable with the separation. And the loneliness drives me backwards as I feel with dejection. Everything's changed and moves backwards, and infinity has spun on its axis, leaving me dangling between what never could have been and what never was. Homeless. All right, this one's kind of on that same topic as Homeless, not the title, but the poem itself. This one is called Past, Present, Future, and this one's from 2013. So, past, present, future. My past made me who I am. I am more than my past, my future, and my dreams, with a family that is there, whether I want them or not. But a family is where I am and what I've got. A family is bigger than blood. It's friends too. Those people who have proven true. I am bigger than genes, and one left their mark. All the people I've known and I've met in the dark. From a past of lies, reflecting a reality of failures and tries, and broken creativity. Learning from the mistakes is the biggest challenge. A road of bumps and shakes leads to success in the end. Past, present, future. Thank you. And I have one more. This one's a little bit longer. When I was talking to Nick about this one before, I was talking about Heidegger and how the title is based mostly on Heidegger, even though I didn't know about Heidegger when I wrote this. It said, on the computer it said I wrote this in 2014, but there are things in it that make me think it's much earlier than that, so I think it's before 2011. So this one's called Images and Nothingness, and I think this poem is kind of funny, so hopefully you laugh at it. Images and Nothingness, and this is before 2011. Crystal coasters line the ebony layered table. They are not ashtrays, but they should be. They work well as ashtrays. The table shakes as a large cargo truck drives down my street, transporting heavy metal objects to destinations. In the distance, I sit on the couch, not in a chair. The preposition makes a difference. The floral print scratches my bare back, like my crotch on a horse without a saddle. The dim yellow lights of the freeway glint through the trees who wave in light wind, as if a hurricane awaits an opportune moment to strike, to terrorize. Nature destroys nature. We are animals. I am an animal. Who am I to judge the sun? It blinds me during the day, so I rejoice when it disappears at night. I pray for it to never return. The stars please my eyes, allow my eyes to open wide. The freeway sounds grumble through the living room, softly, peacefully. The separation, a barrier of trees, separates my mind from the chaotic hassle of cars. They exist somewhere, only as sounds here, one sound continuous. Cigarette smoke slides through the air, mingling with fabric and surfaces through which they cannot pass. The faces of the smoke frown as at their entrapment. This cage they must share with me, the master. My domain rejoices in my presence. Considerate firelight pours, no creeps. From the converted tint glassed hookah, now an oil lamp. I want to burn whale oil, but it is boycotted. Burning it would suit my lamp. Itself contraband, smuggled from the Orient, Turkey I believe, to add a foreign dramatic feeling to my domicile. Is this flowing right? The night is young. Sorry, it is still early. The freeway is still flowing heavily, northbound. Tractor trailers, Toyotas, and the occasional Peugeot, diesels and gasoline engines working together to bring this symphony to me. The blank sky hangs overhead. Nothing moves. Stillness feels ominous in my gut. I believe something could happen, and will. Images and Nothingness. Thanks, guys. I thought